Hello and welcome to Coffee with Liz. Oh my goodness. Coffee with Liz is 1 hour of hanging out with like-minded individuals from all over the planet. Seriously, Canuck Nation is well represented in practically every country. Still waiting for Narnia to join us, but oh my goodness. Before we get things started, if you have not yet hit the like button on this stream, please take a second, hit the like button on this stream. It not only helps the stream to rank a little bit higher, but we just might get suggested on someone's YouTube page. And oh my goodness, that 22 might just explode to 99. Right on. Oh my goodness. Flash! Flash is starting things up with my little kitty cat. Right on, Flash. Oh my goodness, Flash, thank you for that. And remember that each and every solitary cent from each and every solitary super chat goes back into the channel in the form of stuff to give away, postage, equipment, and meetup. So right on. I am wearing the headset today. I gotta say, it's I haven't worn the headset in a while, but today, well, I guess you know what? Let me just say hello to everybody, because if you're here watching, then that's what I'm gonna do. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, Mark Thomas says 201 super chat. Do I hear 202? Mark Thomas. Oh my goodness, Mark Thomas, thank you. Oh my goodness. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat today. I just want to say that my stream is a little different today. I've got major different setups going on with my different monitors. This one monitor, I've got actually two things. The one monitor is now 2 monitors. The other monitor is now 3. Really cool tech stuff going on, thanks to Canuck Jr. So thank you for that. All right. Let's say hello to everyone in the stream today. First and foremost, Metal Detecting UK with the Metal Detectives of Dorset from across the pond. Right on. Zulu 07901 said first, but no, he was second. Zulu, you were second today. 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗔𝗟𝗓, hola. Oh my goodness, exploring with the Nug is already here. He is in the green room. Is that what they call it in television land? I think that's what they call it in the entertainment industry. Nug is in the green room. He's having nuts or coffee or something like that. We provided him with some really good stuff. So right on. Thank you. Relics and stacked stones in my house this morning. Thank you so very much. Scuba Guy, right on. Scuba Guy says, what's up, everyone? Jimmy Cloak, my goodness, Jimmy Cloak is in the house, and he says that he just subbed 6 new channels. How cool is that? That is what it is all about. Networking, helping each other out, and supporting each other's videos and YouTube channels. So right on. Who else in the house? Did you notice I have the chat on this screen now? I don't have to look over there. So right now. Flash, as you know, is in my house. Who else? Aussie Beach Hunters are here. Right on. Oh my goodness. Who else is here? I'm going down my list. Southern Relics. Hello, Southern Relics. Right on. Thank you so much for joining. I do appreciate that. Mark Thomas, as you know, is here. Kingston 1816, also here. Right on. Thank you. Sully Saving History. Cool name is in my house. Right on, Sully. Thank you for joining. Southern Cross Prospecting also here. Right on, right on. Tripwire straight up. Metal Detecting is also in my house this morning. Wow, we have 38 people in my house. Right on, right on. The Metal Sharks are here, as is the lovely Linda Wallace. My goodness. Right on, right on. Who else? Size Detecting is also here. Thank you, Sai, for joining us today. Who else? Oh my goodness, I'm scrolling. Milan Mitik. Milan, thank you so much for joining. Right on. I think that's a new name. Everybody, let's welcome Milan Mitik to the channel. Thank you, Milan. Much appreciated. Right on. Sterrylock is in my house as well. Sterrylock, thank you. I believe that's another new name. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the community. Right on. Iffy Signals are here, as are the Thin Blue Diggers. Remember, hashtag support the blue. Right on. Who else? Oh my goodness, dude. Jersey History Hunters front and center. Right on. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I bet you we all collectively said dude. And it's not dude if you don't like dude. Oh my goodness, I tell you. I do digress. Florida Thunder Digging with Rob is here. Thank you, Rob. Scott Jarvie. Welcome, Scott Jarvie. Right on. Kep Valley Diggers also here. Outdoor More here. Holy smokes, we have 40 amazing people and I'm not done yet. Vermont Derek in the house. Right on. Oh my goodness, he's been making some amazing finds on the beach lately. Check him out. I think, Mama's Gone Detecting in the house as well. I think I have everyone. I'm pretty sure I have everyone. If I have missed you, as usual, do an @DiggingCanuck in the chat because it's on this screen right now, so I don't have to look over there, so I will definitely see it. Right on. 42 amazing people in my house. Now, today, my coffee was just delivered. Oh my goodness. The Ukraine has just joined us. Ukraine, hello. Where's the Ukraine? Let's see. Right there. Hello, Ukraine. Thank you very much for joining. I will remember to figure out how to say welcome or good morning or something like that in Ukrainian. All right, so that I can welcome you in Ukrainian. Right on. My coffee was just delivered, so I'm gonna have a slurp. I think it's really hot. The History Digger is here, as is Kay's Digging It. Why did I sing that? I'm not sure. Mark the Berg Hunter says, top of the morning, Liz. Top of the morning, Mark. Oh my goodness. All right. Wow, that is seriously, hot coffee. Kind of like burned all the way down. All right, so today, kind of changing things up a little bit. The introduction music was a new musical piece, and today I thought that I would do a little different and in the format. So I have an interview today. We're going to bring on a guest. The guest today is Jeremy exploring with Nug. Now, before I bring Jeremy in, I just want to say that I was on Facebook this morning, and oh my goodness, a member of Canuck Nation will be celebrating a birthday today. So, you know what that means. It is time for a Digging Canuck birthday wish to one of you. Let me change up my screen. Let me change up the screen. Let me get everything ready. And let's say happy birthday to an amazing member of Canuck Nation. Happy birthday, Richie, Madison, Maine. Happy birthday. All right, this is the video that I picked. So, everybody, let's watch the alien say happy birthday to Richie, Madison, Maine. Happy birthday. This is for you. Right on, right on. Let's do it.
It is your birthday. Let's have some fun.
Oh, yeah. Richie with no T.
It is your birthday. Let's have some fun. It is your birthday. Let's have some fun.
Look at that, guys. He's like busting a move. Right on, Richie. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Richie, Madison, Maine. Happy birthday, Richie. Happy birthday, Richie. I hope to dig with you one day. Oh my goodness. Right on. Right on. All right. So, I have a guest today. Steve Shepard just came into the house. Thank you, Steve. Right on. DF Digger in the house. Very strange, Liz, when the alien is the best dancer. I know. Like, really? The chef? I have no idea why a chef and some, I don't know what that other guy was, but yeah. Only the best for my viewers. If your birthday happens to be on one of the days that I am broadcasting on Off the Cuff or Coffee with Liz, and I see your name pop up on my Facebook birthday page, I will definitely pick a special little video for you, and I will definitely say happy birthday to you online with a video. So right on. All right. Let's get things started. I am just going to get the screen here. I am going to oh my goodness, I have to do this again. All right, let's call the Nug. And let's bring him up here. Hopefully this works. All right. I think it's gonna work. Hang on, Nug. Hang on. Boom. Look at that. Hey. Oh, is the audio working? All right. I hope.
Is it working?
It is. I can hear you. Right on. So, this is Jeremy. If you don't know his channel name, or if you're not familiar with him, his channel is Exploring with Nug. Now, for all you new people who don't know who this man is, let me move you over a little bit, Jeremy. Hang on. Let me move you over a little bit. Yeah, let's move you over a little bit. There you go. All right. There you go. All right. Now, Jeremy, on your first of all, welcome to Coffee with Liz. Are you drinking a coffee this morning?
I do. I have my my cup right here.
Right on. Right on.
Gosh, what is this cup? This is a Renaissance Festival cup.
Oh,
so
okay.
Get one every year.
Right on. All right, now, so for those of you that have never stumbled upon Jeremy's channel, and by the end of this, you're all going to have stumbled on his channel. Jeremy, in your About Me page, can I just read what your About Me page says, just so that they know what you're about?
Sure.
You said, I scuba dive North Georgia rivers and lakes, exploring the depth, looking for lost or stolen items like phones or purses. I also use metal detectors and large magnets to find things underwater when it's too dangerous to dive in. I regularly dive the, I hope I get this right, Chattahoochee River and the Altoona, did I say it wrong?
Allatoona?
And Allatoona Lake. But I will go anywhere that has the potential to be an amazing dive.
Yep.
Is that pretty much you in a nutshell?
That pretty much sums it up. It is a little out of date, but for the most part, that's what I'm doing. This year, we're going to step it up I've teamed up with another YouTuber, Andrew, and him and I are also, I don't know, my grammar's horrible. We're going to be searching for bigger items like cars and trucks and motorcycles and stuff, and start
Oh.
going down that path. We have a friend up in Oregon. I don't know if you ever seen his channel, Adventures with Purpose.
No, I don't think I have.
Yeah,
Don't think I have.
he's actually doing really good in the YouTube area. And he takes cars out of the Oregon River. That's all he does. He's pulling up cars, and
Wow.
it's amazing. And it was like, man, we want to try that. So we have to see if we can find some cars and give it a whirl.
That would be Have you ever come upon a car?
I've, not a car that's worthy to be taken out. Like, it's been there for so long that it's just rust and parts everywhere.
Yeah.
But I know they're out there. We just got to find
Oh,
them.
for sure, for sure. Now, I was on your, I was looking at, I guess, some of your earlier videos. Now, your very, very first YouTube video was on October 9th, 2016. Now, you were actually metal detecting on an old farm site. So what got you started into actual metal detecting, like with the detector?
I've always liked it. I've always been kind of a, we'll just say I've always been kind of a nerd like that. But I finally, I was into mountain biking, and I realized that mountain biking wasn't for me. It's too painful. I couldn't keep up.
Right.
So I sold it, and I got that Garrett kit. And then I couldn't even remember what got me to start filming it, but I downloaded an app, and I just took my phone with me and started filming.
Mm-hmm.
And you see my very first video, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was holding the phone straight up. I wasn't even turning it sideways. I had no clue what I was doing. But yeah, and I started from there. And then I didn't even know what got me involved, but I think it was just the Georgia heat. Metal detecting was fun, but it was like 100 degrees and pure humidity, and it was just so hard to get out there. And then I don't know if you ever seen my first couple videos, and then there's a huge gap when I stopped filming. It was because winter came along, and I didn't want to go outside. So I didn't start taking it serious again until it warmed up again. And then I got into exploring creeks, and then the creeks got deeper, and then I wanted to start scuba diving. And this whole time, I'm just rambling here, but this whole time I I realized that there was a company that has a Kickstarter program, AirBuddy.
Okay, yes, I remember that video.
And I was fascinated by this thing. I thought that was neat. And so I just followed them the whole time, and I was constantly sending him emails and bugging him and asking him, and we ended up working out building a good relationship. And I finally bought one, and they never did sponsor me, but I always talk about them like
they
we're
didn't.
Sponsored. No, I bought one. It was straight up. I just like the tool. I like diving with it. So I give them shout outs, and I talk about their product all the time.
Right.
Just for no better reason, just because I like the product. So.
Right. So your very, very first underwater video was September 19, 2018. So yeah, there's like 2-year gap there. That was your first video that you posted. Do you prefer, well, I bet you this is a no-brainer. You probably do prefer being in the water and underwater and on the water than being on land. I would imagine so.
It is an area that is far less searched than anywhere else. Like, for instance, in the 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗪𝗢𝗥𝗟𝗏 River, you would look at this river, and few people would really think about scuba diving it. They're like, there's no visibility, no way.
Mm-hmm.
But in the summertime, and when it doesn't rain so much, there's enough visibility for me to where I can see enough, and it's just a time capsule. There's things that I've come across that's over 100 years old that's just laying there.
Mm-hmm.
No, very few people visit the bottoms of rivers, so there's always something amazing to find.
That's true.
And usually it's really old, so it's always fun to go.
So, you got to detect with one of my metal detecting crushes. You detected with nuggetnoggin, did you not?
We dove in the river.
How did that come about?
It was almost an impulse thing on his part. I was really surprised. I think he was coming up to my area to let me see here. Do you ever watch Depths of History's?
Yes, all the time.
Well, he lives right by me.
Does he really?
Yeah, I think he did a collaboration with 𝗥𝗚𝗢𝗪𝗏 like that same
Ah,
weekend. So I think I just got lucky, and I
ah.
was talking to him on Instagram. I was just chatting with him, commenting on his pictures,
Mm-hmm.
and he replied. And then out of nowhere, he was like, "I'm coming up. Let's go diving." And I was like, "Well,"
Wow.
and so I was super excited about that. So like,
Wow.
I bet you could watch that video and see how nervous I was because I was
Hey,
not in my
it's
element.
Nugget Noggin, right?
Yeah, and he was the first person that he really got me motivated to film metal detecting videos because he was the first person I ever watched on YouTube when this whole thing started.
Yeah.
So he's been doing it for over 10 years too.
Yeah. He has. He has.
Yeah,
Right on.
and he's really super nice guy. He's a lot taller than I thought he was.
Is he taller than you?
Yeah, I'm short, but he's definitely. I think he's breaking 6 foot easy.
Right on, right on. Now, I don't know, but it seems to me that you dig a ton of Hindu statues. What is up with that?
It is. It's just. It's part of their religion. I've never gotten anything confirmed. I've never spoken with anybody who's Hindu, but it's something about if the statue gets broken, the only way something about throwing it out in the river and putting that man. I'm gonna butcher this, and I'm probably gonna get so much hate for it, but somebody's told me if they break it, they put it in the river to somehow like some kind of like a burial or something like that. I got my wife next to me. She's
All
my
right on,
co-pilot.
right on. Hello.
But I'm listening.
Yeah, she's listening too, though.
Right on, right on.
The Hindu statues, like, why would they put those in the river? Is what we're talking
They're
about.
supposed to dissolve, supposedly.
Yeah, but why? Why are they going in there? It's part of their prayer,
As
right?
an offering.
Oh, it's like an offering to the gods, I guess. Because like
okay.
the one that I find the most is, I think, associated with money or prosperity or something like that. But this is not my element of expertise, so I really have no clue. But it is part of their religion, and apparently the Hindu community is a lot bigger than I thought it was in my area.
It must be in Georgia. My goodness.
Yeah,
it's like
everywhere.
I think almost every video you actually find one or a piece of one.
When I first found one, I was super excited. And
yeah.
Like, now if I come across one, sometimes it doesn't even make the video because I seem to find them all the time.
More than golf balls.
Yeah, more than golf balls.
What's the biggest one? What's the biggest Hindu statue you've ever, or piece that you've ever found?
Oh, let's say maybe like a foot tall, you know, just a big clay. I actually have that one outside.
Oh, right on.
And yeah, I got a whole bunch of them outside laid up, but surprisingly I haven't got a lot of hate for it. I was like,
well, you know,
some say leave it there, and then
yeah,
I get into an argument about like at the end of the day it is litter, you know, but I don't throw them away.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah.
But yeah, about a foot around, roughly a foot tall. I found pretty big. That's about the biggest one I found.
Right on. I just want to remind the viewers that are watching this that if you actually have, I have questions. I have an interview here or questions that I'm going to ask Jeremy. But if you have a question that you would like me to ask Jeremy on your behalf, just put it at Digging Canuck in the chat so that it highlights and so that I can see it, and then I will definitely bring your question to his attention. Now, before I go to the next question, I just want to say that I'm trying something kind of neat here, or new here. I have a list of 169 rapid fire questions. All right, so Jeremy, I want you to pick a number from 1 to 169, and I'm going to read the corresponding question. Now, this has absolutely nothing to do with the hobby of metal detecting or diving or anything like that. So it could be anything. So, but you have to answer that like you can't think about it, okay? So from 1 to 169.
77.
Okay. All right.
Totally random.
Oh my goodness.
Perfect.
Are you ready for it?
I'm ready.
Have you okay, I didn't make up these questions, okay?
Great.
Have you ever slapped someone in the face?
No. I mean, I think everybody has at some point, but never out of like anger. You know, like I never went that far, but
okay, but
slapping.
But perhaps you may have slapped someone in the face at some point in time.
Like a gray area.
All right. Oh my goodness. We'll do some more of those throughout the Scuba Guy has a question for you. Scuba Guy says, ask Jeremy what is the most scary situation you've ever encountered underwater. That's a good question.
It is. I think not too long ago, one of the videos, it really didn't focus on this part, but there's a rowing clubs that go on the river and frequent, and they go rowing. And they have John boats that like the coaches are following the rowers, you know, yelling at them and stuff. One day they're out doing their thing, and some reason their motor or their engine falls off the boat.
Oh my goodness.
And it just sinks, and they're like, they happened to see me, that like, they heard about me, they found me, and they said, hey, can you help us find our motor? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. But we went down to a spot that I've never dove before. I had no idea what's down here, and I went for it, and I wasn't mentally prepared, and it ended up being like 20 feet deep in this one little section on the side of the river. And my adrenaline started flowing because I was like sinking. When I was trying to get to the bottom, it was dark, it was murky, I couldn't see the bottom, and it's just that whole environment wrapped up, like, got my adrenaline flowing so hard that by the time I got to the bottom, my heart was racing, I was breathing heavily, and I'm 20 feet underwater, and I was thinking, like, if I don't calm myself down, I'm gonna hyperventilate, I'm gonna pass out or something. So I just nothing really scared me versus just all those elements overwhelmed me. So I ended up laying on the bottom of the river.
Oh my god.
Just had my head in my hands, and I just controlled my breathing and calmed myself down before I started crawling around, because it was very dark and muddy. And that kind of, I'm not claustrophobic, but that definitely will get to you if you don't, like, it gets to me if I don't just like take baby steps, you know, or I'm not familiar with the area. Like the first time I dive somewhere, it's almost like being afraid of heights, because you can't see where you're going until you're like 2 feet from it. So it's weird feeling. It's very weird. If you're claustrophobic, it'll get you quick. But
did you ever find their motor?
I didn't. I mean, I think they was wrong about the spot. But yeah, I never found it. I crawled around for an hour or so. I never did find it.
Right.
So
right on.
That never did make it on any of my videos, but yeah,
still, wow.
It was a super creepy spot too. It was on the side of the river, middle of summer. I know there's snakes everywhere, and that was gonna freak me out.
Wow. My goodness.
Try not to think about it. Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, I just want to say welcome to Patrick Moore, the Detectives. Goalie WB under California. Oh my goodness, Jeremy. A lot of people coming here to see you. Right on, right on. Thank you all for joining us today. Fantastic. Right on. Let's do something else. So I've also seen you use the magnet.
Yeah, I have tried all kinds of things in this area. Let me see. Brute Magnetics, actually, they're super supportive of anybody in treasure hunting. So they sent me a free magnet to try out. Right on, Brute Magnetics. Right on. Oh yeah, they're super, and they're local. They're like maybe an hour drive from my house, so I could go to their factory if I wanted to. It was just a phase. I wanted to try it and see what happened. I ended up finding, I think last winter, I found like three guns with the magnet. Yeah, I was actually on a float tube. You know, like those inner tubes you can sit on for fishing. Yeah. I had one of those, and I was floating out in the river, just dragging the magnet underneath, and I ended up snagging like 3 rifles. Really? Was it 5 that day?
5 the first.
Wow.
For the first time.
It was a.
That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, for the first one.
My wife apparently says 4. She knows more than I do.
Well, I think we're gonna defer to her, because
right.
Yeah. So what's the coolest thing that you found with the magnet? Because mostly when you watch people's magnet fishing videos, it's just junk. Have you found? Well, I guess the coolest thing would be those guns.
It would have to be. I mean, when you magnet fish, it's very, gosh, it's after you go scuba diving and you see the places that you're magnet fishing, you realize that you're missing so much stuff when you're magnet fishing. So it's a lot harder to catch stuff, and magnets only pick up metal, you know, like steel and stuff. Right. So chances are whatever you're hitting with a magnet is going to be some rusty and disgusting. Or knives. I mean, there are cool stuff, but most cases you're snagging, you know, trash. Mm-hmm. So the guns were definitely the best find.
Did you ever lose a magnet?
I've lost one. I knew exactly where it was, but I just didn't want to go get it. It's actually still there, probably. But I got to the point now, if it gets snagged, I'm going in after it.
Oh, for sure. Those things can be really, really expensive.
Oh, yeah. They got them now. They're like, you hear people saying 1,500 pound poles. Like, these are huge magnets. I was like, holy crap.
Exactly. Like, are you going to
So,
pull up a car by yourself? I guess sometimes I wonder if you
the
really need that.
do you remember Tom Sawyer's channel? It's I think he calls it Outdoor Influencer now, but
Yes.
uh he collaborated with Outdoor Weekly, and they went out magnet fishing, and these are pretty recent videos, and he snagged a Harley Davidson that was stolen,
Goodness.
and I think a four-wheeler also in the same spot. And they started magnet fishing, and then they used their grappling hooks to pull it out of the water.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Oh my
So,
goodness,
that
that's
was
pretty
amazing.
cool. Right on. Now, recently, and this is what really got me excited, and I thought that I had to have you on the show to talk about this, but you do find a lot of guns, but lately you found some Civil War muskets.
3 of them.
Tell us about that.
We went out there. The whole purpose of this dive was to see if we could find a car, because we heard that there's an old car in the river and we wanted to see it. This was the time when we went out and we realized there's no car, there's just old rusty parts. So we was kind of disappointed, but we're like, well, we're here, let's look around.
For sure.
And there's this spot on the river. There was a lot of activity going way back. Come to find out, there's an old bridge that was burned down during the Civil War. They rebuilt it and they burned it down again. And then they ran a ferry back and forth in the same spot. So there's a lot of activity. Well, we're diving. I didn't even know any of this at the time. Me and Andrew were underneath the bridge looking around. And then my other friend, who didn't even have a camera, started jumping up screaming. We're like, man, he found something cool. And we went to him and he pulled out this rifle. And sure enough, it was a Civil War era musket. Man. And he was dying. He was so excited. He was breathing hard. And then we're both jealous, He's like, man,
for sure.
That.
Oh, yes.
And then I was like, the only guy without the camera finds that gun, So we didn't have any footage for it. So we're like, man. And then I found so many guns. There's never one gun in the river. That's like that should be on a T-shirt, because like if I find one gun somewhere, I'm like, there's another gun. There's never just one gun somewhere.
Yeah.
So me and him just started looking again, and I went almost in the same spot, and I swear this is the one that made the video. I came across another one, and it was laying on top. Like, it's a 150-year-old musket just laying there, and it's not rotted away. So I died. I picked it up. I got him. We got our cameras ready because we wanted to make sure we got all the shots.
Oh,
for the
for
videos.
sure.
Oh
yeah.
my God, it was amazing. And then, so that was my video. And then, sure enough, like an hour later, in the same general area, Andrew pulls up his.
Jeez.
And it was actually Nick. Nick found the second one, so he ended up finding 2 guns. And then Andrew went over and got the video footage for that one. And so, like, it was amazing. So we're on cloud 9. We find 3 guns that date back to the Civil War, and now we're trying to figure out how, because they're all in the same spot. They were like right where the bridge was at. So we're thinking, man, did a wagon fall off the bridge?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
And then I'm thinking, we haven't gone back since because we got so much rain. We can't. But we're confident if a wagon or something fell off of there was more in the wagon than just 3 guns. So.
Exactly.
We want to take the metal detectors out there. We want to start digging in the dirt.
Right.
And see. Oh man, who knows? Be some silver down there. Be something.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine? Now, what do you think? Do you? So you have you have one personally yourself, a rifle. Do you think about preserving it, or do you do anything to it, or?
I'm thinking I'm going to hand it over to a local museum, because at the end of the day, it's just going to sit in my house and not get the exposure that I think it deserves. So there is a local museum in the same town.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking of going there and talking to him and saying, pretty much just letting him have it, because I don't want it to go to waste. I found so much stuff that I think is amazing, and it's just sitting in my house.
I know.
Like, I don't have any place to showcase it.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I got a good video.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. You have it on video.
Yeah. So I got all I need now. Like, I think other people could enjoy it.
Exactly.
More in the museum.
Not only that, but they might have. Well, I would imagine that they have ways of preserving it so that the wood doesn't deteriorate any further or anything like that. So I mean, it's gonna live forever, pretty much.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I kept it when I got here. A lot of people were saying put it in a wet towel, don't let it dry out.
Yeah.
I did that for a while. Then other people were saying let it slowly dry out. So now I'm at the point. I cleaned off all the mud the best I could, and now it's sitting downstairs. And it's not dry, but it's not like it's not soaking wet anymore. So
right.
It would be at the point now to where it needs to be preserved, or else it's probably going to slowly deteriorate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll probably hand it over to them.
Right on. Right on. We've been joined by Relic Dirty Hands, the Las Vegas urban treasure hunter, My Bionic Journey. How cool of a name is that? TNC Digger's also in the house. Oh my goodness. Who did I miss anybody else? I'm not sure if I did, but my goodness, Jeremy, I can't see how many people are watching, but I think there's a lot of people watching right now. So right on. I think it's time for a rapid fire question. What do you think of that?
Really quick.
Yeah.
My Bionic Journey.
Yes.
Actually is my wife and my third channel we started.
Oh, tell us about that. Tell us about the third channel.
Well, she has her own channel. It's homemade cat toys.
Oh, okay.
And then we recently started this one because we are not we're fluffy. We'll go with that.
You're fluffy.
Fluffy. I mean,
Okay.
I got your typical dad bod. I'm not looking good. And
okay. I got you now. Okay.
So we have started a weight loss channel and yesterday, and but it's if you look up, I guess you can just Google Bionic Gym and figure it out. But it's one of these modern machines that you strap to your thighs and it shocks you, and it's supposed to simulate running
Or walking, depending on the speed.
So it's good. Most of it's focusing around my wife, who is how do I describe this?
I have medical issues.
She has medical issues that hinder her from being able to go to the gym and just going
okay,
full bore.
yes.
So
Perfect.
we're trying this
Yeah.
thing out to see if it helps. And we're going to document the whole journey and see,
right on.
Record weight loss, and then I'm just being the supportive husband. So we'll
Right on.
strap it on me, and then I'm going to crank it up full throttle and then see if I can do the dishes.
Oh my god.
Something like that. But
are you gonna videotape that? Because I'd like to see that video.
oh yeah, we're gonna take it. We'll see what happens.
Oh,
we'll record everything and make a bunch of videos. I love making videos.
Oh,
so
right on.
we'll see what happens.
Oh,
But
it's
let's
what
do the
it's all
rapid
about.
fire.
It's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. 1 to 169.
Let's do the very first one. Number 1.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Remember, I didn't do these. Would you rather text someone or call them on the phone?
Text.
Right on. Exactly. Me too. Pick another one.
4.
What is the nickname that your parents used to call you? And remember, this is a family channel.
Oh man, I can't even think. I know the first thing. Okay, fine. Stoop.
Stoop?
That's the first thing that popped in my mind. Rapid fire. My dad thought it was so funny, and looking back at it, I was like, man, you're mean. But it was mostly when I done something stupid. He'd be like, hey, Stoop, what are you doing?
Oh my goodness. It's funny because my parents are Portuguese, and for us, they would call us all Tula, which means a crazy one. We would all be Tulas. Didn't matter, my brother or my other 2 sisters, didn't matter. They call us Tulas all the time. So yeah, I can kind of get that. I totally kind of get that. Hey, we've been joined by Wig TV. Who else? Oh my goodness. Nick Molnar also in the house. Wow. Remember, if you have a question that you would like to ask Nug that I have not touched on, absolutely throw it in the chat, put in @DiggingCanuck, and I will ask. I will definitely ask them. So, Jeremy, what is the weirdest thing you've ever, and I mean magnet fishing, just regular detecting, or underwater? What is the absolute weirdest thing you've ever found?
Man, that's a toss. What is the weirdest thing I've ever found?
I love how you have to defer.
It's not family friendly.
Well, what was it?
The glass.
Oh, that wasn't the weirdest, but a lot of people got the wrong idea. Well,
still maybe.
I found. Let me see. The weirdest thing I've found. Thing that pops to mind was in was it 1980s era Apple computer?
Oh.
Yeah, one of the first.
Yeah, one of the first those weird boxed
right
apples.
On. Yeah.
I actually found one of those, and I'm like, what? So that was a pretty weird find. I found a backpack. This wasn't weird, but it was random. I found a backpack with a duck decoy in it.
Really?
So I'm thinking that was a boater, hunter, and he lost his backpack with his hunting stuff in it.
The purse from 1987.
The purse, way back when I was just free diving with a weight, I found a purse that dated 30 years ago is when it was stolen and thrown in the river.
That's cool. What was in the
Yeah.
purse?
Everything. I mean, it's like, if you think about it, back then, nobody stole credit cards. You know, they stole cash.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
all the credit cards were in it.
Her sorority card.
Her sorority card, her ID, some car
Wow.
keys,
Wow.
Student ID with the social.
student ID, her social security, all the stuff was still on it. What was that called? The Turtles Club?
Turtles.
Yeah, I guess like the Turtles Club card. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's
No.
Atlanta thing. The record store.
Oh, it's a.
Yeah, it went under in 1989.
I guess it was an old record store here in Atlanta that went under in like the late '80s. So Turtles
Wow.
Club or something. I don't know, but I think that was a pretty good one. And the bag full of jewelry was really weird and random. The bowling balls.
Yeah.
I found a suitcase, a Brunswick suitcase with 2 bowling balls and bowling shoes in it. So
Wow.
it was made for bowling balls. You know, this was some guy's. This is what he took to the bowling alley to go play.
How'd
The
that get
whole
in?
thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
kind
know.
of weird. That's really bizarre. Were you near a bridge or something? Because that's really weird.
This is one of my favorite spots to go diving. Is
Wow.
underneath this
Now, those
bridge.
would definitely not have floated down the river.
No, somebody threw it in there.
Wow,
I don't-
really
Maybe a
interesting.
mad wife, tired of husband's hobby. I don't know.
Sliced open.
Yeah, somebody did cut it open, so maybe somebody stole
Weird.
it and then realized it was bowling balls, and they're like, nah,
Oh, okay.
just,
All
you
right.
know.
Yeah. Now, Flash said, did you not find a witch's jar?
I did. That's another weird one. I've found numerous prayer jars and cursed jars. I don't know if it's
Ooh.
Wiccan or if it's voodoo.
Now, that is ultra cool. That is
Yeah.
cool.
The one that I found, I think the only one I confirmed was a curse. Was I opened it up? This is all that video. I did film all this one. I opened it and I dumped it out, and it was filled with like vinegar and rocks, and then it had a picture of a girl that was shredded in there.
Ooh.
And I ended up sitting on the floor, and I put this thing back together and taped it all up to see what the picture looked like. And it was a pretty girl. Somebody was really mad at her, so put a
Ooh,
curse
my.
on her.
Oh, my. She must have dumped some boyfriend or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
she made him mad apparently. So,
Oh, my goodness.
and
Wow.
I found. See, the one that was sealed shut. It was a concrete.
Cement.
It's a concrete ball that I busted open, and it ended up being another prayer jar. It had like
Wow.
patchouli oils and
Oh,
herbs, and
smells
it was
so
putrid.
bad.
Oh,
I s-
my. Putrid?
those are-
Really? It was?
Oh, it was horrible. But like,
Really?
it was a smell that you'll never forget. It was like that.
The neighbors
Really?
were mad at us.
Yeah, it was the most weirdest. It was herby, but
Oh, my goodness.
fragrancy, but overwhelming. And then it had like a little
Really?
bell in it. So I don't know what it was about. But
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So what's the most I know I personally don't try to put value on anything I find, but what do you think is the most valuable thing that you've ever found?
most valuable. I know I found a drone.
Oh.
Way back when I came across a little drone that, if it worked, it was like, I think, a $600 drone. Somebody offered me $100 for it as is. So apparently you can rebuild these things.
Okay.
That's pretty weird. I have found a wedding band, a diamond ring. I never got it appraised, but I couldn't find the owner, so I still have it here. But it's got diamonds wrapped all the way around it.
Oh, you
It
found
looks
that
really nice.
really in the river, eh?
Was
Yeah,
like a size 5.
it was right where inner tubers put in to go.
Ah, okay.
But there's no way to easily get into the river with inner tubes, so every day people will fall.
Ah.
And it's a gold mine right there. I've dove there. The first time I dove there, I like over almost 30 phones in a day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're everywhere. Nobody's ever dove this.
Really?
Yeah. So
One of
Wow.
them was still turning on and trying to.
yeah,
do
3 of them
things.
still worked.
Really? Right on. Oh my goodness. Relics and Stacked Stones wants to know, he says, any underwater bucket listers?
Like what do I want to find?
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that.
I haven't found an assault rifle yet.
Oh, I'm
You know,
surprised.
like-
I'm quite surprised.
Right? I haven't found. I found a smoke grenade, but I haven't found another, like a normal grenade. That'd be kind of cool.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Uh,
Now, would you touch it though?
Oh man, that's a tough one. I don't know. I would probably try to look at it the best I could,
Yeah.
and like if it's obviously not live, then I'd probably touch it. But if if I can't figure it out, I might like mark it and then go call
Oh,
somebody.
okay.
But
Yeah. Okay, I got that. Yeah. Have you ever now? Do the police ever get involved? Have you ever involved the police in any of your finds?
I used to, and it got to the point where the cops told me and all my friends, stop calling us unless the gun you find has a serial number.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. All right.
So if it's been in the river 30 years and it's obviously there's no numbers on it, they don't want it.
Mhm.
They say, throw it away. There's nothing we can do with it anyways.
Right.
So I found a few guns that were still had serial numbers on them, so I called them. But yeah, it's got to the point now where like I call them less and less.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the first time you're like, oh, I got to call the cops. But then
Right.
I can kind of see you going away from that.
What's funny is the first time I called him was when I found like it was 5, right, at one time. Yeah, I found like 5 rifles at one time, and I went nuts. But they were all destroyed. Like it was just rusty rods.
Right. Right.
But I didn't know what to do, so I called them all up, and they thought it was awesome. That got me on the news.
Oh,
But-
that's always a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
and that one bridge, so far, I've ended up getting 15 or 17 guns.
Wow. 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 Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and
Have-
every time I go there, I find a new one. It's like the
Have you
dumping
ever
ground for
found any
weapons.
guns that are like brand spanking new?
Not brand new, but I've come across 2 handguns that could have been cleaned and working.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's cool.
Like maybe
That's
a
cool.
year or 2 old. They've been underwater, so like they could have been saved.
That's pretty cool.
All the other ones, no, they've been on there way too long. So
Jeremy, 1 to 169.
100.
Oh. Oh my. If you were really, really hungry, would you eat a bug?
Yes.
Really?
Depends on how hungry you are. I mean, Bear Grylls does it all the time. You know, he's eating them. He's eating them worms. Oh,
Who ate a worm?
you know that. You know that. I don't know if you ever watched the Discovery Channel back then. Bear Grylls, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
He's always eating those
Oh,
nasty dirt worms.
I
and
gotta
I'm like,
say, I saw him once eat. It must have been a really big, ugly, grubby thing, but he ate it, and the juices like just came down his face.
oh yeah, that
Oh.
was a. I remember that one. That
Oh,
was
he's
horrible.
just so. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
Oh my god. Have
do
your
that.
wife pick a number. Tell your wife to pick a number from 1 to.
pick a number.
21.
21.
Favorite junk food?
Oh, Sour Patch Kids.
Really?
Rapid.
Really?
I mean, I like all kinds of junk food, but I think candy's my weak spot. I'll eat
Cookies.
candy and cookies. If I find them, I'm eating all of them.
Oh, right on, right
I
on.
have the cookies hidden right now.
She hit the cookies.
You know what? I'm gonna have pick. Can you see the chat, Jeremy? If it's not on your screen, don't worry about it. I don't want you to mess up your screen.
I got it.
Pick someone in the chat, and then they can pick a number from 1 to 169.
BC Treasure Trails.
All right, BC Treasure Trails. Pick a number from 1 to 169, and I will ask Jeremy the question. I will ask him the question. So while we're waiting for BC Treasure Trails, what's next for the Nug? What's next for you? Like, is there anyone that you want to meet?
I do. Oh man, you know that is a great question. I know right now I'm just trying to get through this winter because sure enough, I find the Civil War guns. I'm super excited about continuing that hunt, and then we get record-breaking rain, floods everything out. So now I have nowhere to dive, but I want to keep filming. You know, I'm obsessed with this YouTube game, and I want to film as much as I can, but like there's nowhere to film in my niche.
Right.
So what's next for me is just short term, get through the winter, and then I could go to more rivers and start up again in the spring. Long term, let's see, Adventures with Purpose from Oregon. He's supposed to be coming here in April, and we're going to be retrieving a couple cars out of the Allatoona Lake. So I get to collab with him. That's going to be a really good one. And I would like, I'm sure you know who 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗔𝗟𝗓𝗪 is. Jigging
Oh
with
my
Jordan.
goodness. Yes.
they're elites, so I don't know if I will ever even get the chance. But it would be cool to hang out with them, collaborate, do some dives.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see what happens. I'm not pressing that issue.
Right.
You know, if it comes along, it comes along.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 𝗘𝗫𝗖𝗪𝗏 and Wild Kyle. You ever heard of them?
I've heard of 𝗘𝗫𝗪𝗏.
Yeah, they do fossil hunting actually in Florida.
Oh.
Definitely want to try that because they go scuba diving in the Florida rivers, looking for shark teeth and fossils.
Yeah,
and it's amazing how abundant
mm-hmm.
the fossils are in these areas.
And like the megalodon teeth and stuff like that. That's pretty cool.
I would love to try that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Now, is there any piece of equipment that if like money was no object, is there a piece of equipment that would help you with your channel?
Oh my gosh, a dry suit.
Ah.
I would give my soul to be able to get a dry suit because the water right now is in the mid 40s and I have a nice semi-dry suit, but it's just a glorified wetsuit.
Okay, so hang on one sec. So
Still sit my freeze to death.
so okay, hang on.
Okay.
So a wetsuit, is that the one where you have water inside?
Yes. Water gets trapped inside against your skin and your body warms it up.
Okay.
So you're warmer. So it really depends. Like, it's rated for a certain temperature. So if you're in a 3mm wetsuit and you're diving in 50-degree water, you're gonna freeze to death.
Okay.
But if you're in 70-degree water and you have a 3mm wetsuit on, you'll be fine. You know. Okay,
so the dry suit, obviously there's no water inside you.
No, the dry suit, you stay dry. You wear thermals. You wear like fleece underneath it. And there's like air inside it, and like you can pump air inside your. That's what you use to float too. It's all kinds of amazing stuff. But you can dive in freezing water, and you'll be fine. But that's my biggest struggle right now. Is like I'll stand on the banks of the river and I'll just stare at it because I'm like, man, it's gonna be so cold.
Right.
And I just go in there, and then I just got to stay there. I'm like, man, and like the suit I have keeps me alive, but I'm cold. So it's hard to get motivated in the winter.
Right. Okay. BC Treasure Troll. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'll just say a dry suit definitely would be
right on.
A game changer because I could dive year round, coldest water I want.
Oh my goodness. So you could like throughout the winter you'd be in the water. Does your water like freeze? I guess not. You're in Georgia, right?
No, it doesn't freeze. Like the coldest was yesterday. I got into a small river and it was 46 degrees. And surprisingly, I wasn't like shivering, but I could feel it on my skin. So it was like, man, that is just, it hurts.
Like your face is exposed, right?
Yeah, that's something you just got to deal with. I mean, they do make full face masks for scuba diving.
Yeah.
But like any exposed skin, it's going to be cold. But most of the time, it's like that's just something you deal with. Your face will go numb, and then you'll talk weird.
Right.
But
oh my goodness.
It's just something funny. But
all right. Yeah. Now BC Treasure Trails picked number 33. I don't like I said. I'm just going to tell everybody I did not make these questions up. I don't know if I could answer this, but okay. Well, maybe your wife can help you on this one, or maybe you can answer it. I don't know, but name a primate. This is really weird. Name a primate besides monkeys and apes. I don't know. I don't know what this question's doing there. I have no idea.
That is just testing my skill.
I'm not sure.
Or my knowledge. I don't know. Hey, wait, don't leave. I need your brains. You left me. Oh my goodness. I have no idea. A primate, alligator?
Okay. Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, they're old.
Oh my goodness. That's I don't know what that's doing there. I don't know what that's doing there.
I don't know, making me look dumb.
No, because I wouldn't answer that either. Like I said, I don't know why that's there. And figures of 169 questions, that's the one that was picked. I apologize for that.
Oh, here she comes. She's back. What is a primate that's besides a monkey? Is that what you said?
Besides, what did I say? Besides monkeys and apes.
Besides monkeys and apes, what else is a primate?
That's it.
She says that's it. So I was like, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Well, yeah. Right.
I have to Google that in a minute.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we are at 10:54. I have my question. I'm like personally kind of almost at the finish line. But if anybody out there has something that they want to ask definitely throw it in the chat. Absolutely throw it in the chat. People are like going to Google.
Yeah, somebody did ask earlier, I forget who it was, what is the weirdest creature that I've ever came across?
Oh, that's a great question. Oh, hang on.
Okay.
ROI Media Guy. We got a subscriber. Look at that.
Awesome.
Right on. Thank you, ROI Media Guy, for that. Right on. Thank you. All right, sorry. Back to you.
Weirdest creature was, you say, is that what they call them?
A muskrat?
A muskrat.
Really?
Essentially, it was just a river rat, and
Gigantic.
it would have been the best shot in the world if I had my camera on. But I was swimming up to the top of the water, and I was like, doing it. And I don't know how I didn't get bit in the face, but I popped the second I came out of the water. I looked over, and this thing was like 3 inches from my face, just looking at me.
Oh.
And I'm looking at it, and usually you would freak out, but I was so stunned. I'm like, what is that? And then I tried to splash some water at it. He didn't even blink.
Really?
So I'm like, it's like, this is my river, So I'm like, I just kind of slowly backed away, and I was like, that was weird.
Have you ever, well, you probably have, but what about like big snapping turtles? Because they get really, really big, like in my neck of the woods here.
I haven't seen any snapping turtles, but I've come across lots of your common, just your common water turtles.
Ah, okay.
And they're everywhere, and they get really big. Most of them are curious until they realize what you are, and then they run away. But I've caught a couple of them and played with them in the water. A couple of them have came up to me and scared me to death. But yeah, in the summertime, they're everywhere, and I've gotten used to them. Every so often in the really murky water, I'll swim up on one, and you'll hear me scream. But yeah,
what about snakes?
Snakes are everywhere.
Okay.
I haven't. They are everywhere. Luckily, I haven't. I've learned a lot. The dangerous ones, most of the time, I'm not going to see them underwater because they stay on the banks. Copperheads.
Mm-hmm.
They're up on the banks. So when I'm getting in and out of the water is when I should watch out. Water moccasins, they go in the water, but they don't stay in the water. You know. Water snakes, which are harmless but look terrifying.
Mm-hmm. That would freak me out. That would totally freak me out.
And they look a lot like water moccasins, which gets them killed a lot. So I have come across one of those, and he was in the middle of catching a catfish, and so I stayed there and filmed it the whole time. But this thing was a huge snake.
Right on.
And come to find out, he was harmless. But he looked like something that you'd never want to see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he had a huge catfish in his mouth, and he just swam away with it. And I was like, that was the coolest thing.
Right on. BC Treasure Trail says, have you ever sent your wife into the water?
No. She does have medical conditions, so she can't really overexert herself without being in pain.
Mm-hmm.
We do go swimming, but we've never gone scuba diving together yet.
Because I've seen lots of videos where she pranks you.
Yeah, she's on the shores now. She goes with me to film, but she doesn't get in the water with me.
Right.
And she messes with me a lot.
She does. Yes.
Oh yeah.
What's the funniest prank that she's ever done?
Oh, what was the funniest thing? The fake snake you did was pretty good.
Yeah, you crawled out of the water like a cat.
Yeah, she somehow it was a pretty good idea, but she got me tangled in fishing line without me knowing it. And then she started yelling, and I turned around. There's a fake snake following me, and so that was the same day that I saw that huge water snake. So now I got snakes on my mind. So that was a pretty good trick.
Right.
The very first one was pretty good. I forget what you did the first time.
I snagged you with the magnet.
Oh yeah, she caught me with a magnet when she threw a magnet.
Oh
out there.
Really?
She snagged my tank and started pulling on it.
Did you
underwater? And
did you actually feel her pulling?
Oh, it was a strong magnet. I couldn't
Really?
figure out what is that? So that was pretty funny.
That's too funny. So listen, Nug, or Jeremy. I'm sorry. Jeremy. How do people are you on social media? We're just about winding this down. How do people get a hold of you if you have to or what if there's a sponsor or somebody? How do people get a hold of you?
Well, my contact info is on the about page for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Are
you on social media?
Oh yeah, I got a Facebook page. Exploring with Nug is on there. I got Instagram. I think one of my biggest okay. You know how you're a YouTuber, and I don't know how passionate, how into it you are, but that was my number one thing to do, right? I love YouTube. My close second is TikTok.
Oh, I've never been on that.
And it's weird when you hear that because the first thing you think about is like, well, that's a teenage, that's for kids. It has grown to a point to where other niche, other groups are going in there. So like scuba diving videos are really popular. And I'm still small, but I've just hit 92,000 on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really good. 92,000 people around the world.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, right. And Andrew, my other YouTuber friend, he is like 1.3 million.
Wow, really?
So,
holy.
Yeah, and these are just little videos that I've taken out of my main videos on YouTube and cut them into like 15-second clips, all the highlights.
Yeah.
And people love it. So I focus a lot on TikTok. I got Facebook. It's like third place. So I'm all over the place, but you could definitely find me on Facebook. Easiest to get a hold of me is Facebook Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, Jeremy, it is 10 o'clock, or it's 11 o'clock actually. I personally want to thank you. You are actually my very, very first guest that I've ever had. So thank you so much for that. And I know that everybody enjoyed this because we have a ton of people in the chat. So I just want to thank you for joining me today and taking an hour out of your probably very busy day to join us all. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that.
Thank you. It was very fun. I think I did good.
Oh, you did very well. What are you talking about? You
Awesome.
did very well. Right on. All right, I am going to I'm gonna hang up on you, Jeremy.
That's good. That's fine.
I'm going to I'm just gonna change my screens up. But like I said, thank you so much for joining me, and you're welcome back anytime. So right on.
Okay, I'll see you guys around.
All right, take care. All right. Oh my goodness. Right on. My goodness, time flew. It is actually 11:02. We had some amazing people drop into the chat today, and I was kind of thinking, that I wanted to do this sort of an interview. I wasn't really sure if I would do it on a Thursday or a Sunday, but I do appreciate everybody that participated with questions and that sort of thing. And if there's anybody out there that you would like to see me bring onto the show for this sort of a format, send me an email at diggingcanuck@gmail.com, and I will definitely put that together, as well as do you think it would be better for me to do this sort of thing on Sunday morning or on Thursday evening, or should we just leave Thursday evening for off the cuff kind of chit chat, show and tell, that sort of thing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, or you can email me at diggingcanuck@gmail.com. Before we go, I just want to thank my super chatters for today. I want to thank Flash for the little kitty, and I want to thank Mark Thomas. Thank you so very much for joining me. I actually am supposed to be going out this afternoon back into the woods with Aaron, and if you're going out, remember, if you find something really, really cool, whether you're metal detecting or whatever you're doing, take a picture of it, send it to diggingcanuck@gmail.com, and we will share it on Show and Tell. That is going to be it for today. I really, really appreciate you all joining me today. Thank you for joining me, and we'll do it again on Thursday. Or if you like corn roll hunting, join me on Wednesday at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And I just want to say, this Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, I will be on the Man with the Hats live stream. 1 o'clock Eastern our time. I believe that's like 6 o'clock British time. If you're available, join me. Show me some support. I would really, really appreciate that. That is going to be it for today. Seriously, that is going to be it for today. I'm going to leave you with this, and I will see you all on Tuesday with the video. So right on. Thank you very much for joining me. Right on. Get your official Digging Canuck merchandise at Teespring. Mugs, t-shirts, hoodies, and more. Remember that every purchase you make helps to support the channel. Check out the link in the description down below.